All right. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the stream. Today is January the 21st, 2026. All right, so I don't know if you watch the market breakdown. Okay, if you watch the market breakdown, you probably knew already what happened. Okay, so in the breakdown, during the breakdown, we talked about the potential reaction in this area to go higher. Okay, the main objective is to identify where the market might create the low of the day, the high of the day, and wait for price to create the low of the day, the high of the day, and just keep going in that direction. All right, that's what we wanted, and that's basically what happened right before the opening of the session. The candle 9 hours, the new hourly candle, the market just moved to the upside. So as of right now, we already take the target we had right here, the upside objective we had right here. The market took them already, and then now we had a nice reaction. And as you can see, this one looks like a fractal low in my opinion. 1, 2, and 3. And at the same time, it looks like we have created the targets basically. That's not what I want to see. Remember what happened yesterday, right? Remember what happened yesterday? We had I told you I wanted to see price keep going higher despite having some downside target. Then the market just, yes, we moved to the upside and then drop lower. It's because we had these targets. And in the market review, I talked about the current low of the day at this time. That's basically a target, man. As of right now, let me just delete all of that. So as of right now, we are currently above the daily open. This low looks like it can be the low of the day, but again, can we trust these lows? Let's see what the market is doing in the higher time frame. So as of right now, we have this big candle, and we can see now we are reacting from it. All I want to see is a potential retracement to go higher. Okay, and that's gonna be the same thing for all of the indices. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yes, same thing. NQ, we had the same thing too. Okay, we talked about this potential area that might create a reaction in the market breakdown. That's exactly what happened. The market moved to the upside, and then right now we are reacting from these highs, and that's not basically what you want to see if you want to go bullish. And again, can we trust these lows? I cannot. Cannot trust them, but we can. They're not very close enough, but it's just like I would prefer to see something like this to go higher instead of just these 3 highs like that. On YM, we potentially had a better price action. Again, the market reacted exactly where we wanted to see price reacted. Okay, and now we're moving higher. Jesus Christ. So now all I want to see is a retracement to keep going higher and to attack some upside objective. That's what I want to see, man. That's what I want to see. Just gonna pay more attention to ES. Okay, And of course, we have these targets. We had the current high of day as target when I was doing the market breakdowns, but we also had the previous day high. That's the previous day high, and right here we have these highs as potential target. So that's gonna be my target so far. Okay, that's gonna be my target. And we can talk about these highs too. Right here, that's a target to 6,913.50. And the current high of day when I was doing the breakdown was one of them, but the market just stick them. And I don't see anything else, bro. What my hold price? Potentially the 50% of the previous day range, which is right there, but it doesn't match my daily context. So I'm just gonna wait, guys, to see if we can have the retracement to go higher. It's basically it. There's nothing more like to overcomplicate things. But the only thing I don't want to see like this movement as a manipulation, because we just have the opening and then we have a nice reaction right now at these highs. Especially 930 was right there. As the New York Stock Exchange, and I'm waiting for 10. 10 will be somewhere right here, and then 11 will be somewhere right there. Just waiting, guys. If that's gonna be a manipulation, the market will tell. If we're gonna have the continuation, the market will tell. So we have this M15 imbalance. I will pay attention to this M15 imbalance. Okay, I will pay attention to this M15 imbalance, and I will also pay attention to how I will pay attention to the close of the H1 and the H4, because if we have a big rejection and like let's say the market close very low, we have a down close, and it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be the same setup. It's not gonna be the same scenario, basically. And what about YM? So YM keep going higher. We take all of those targets we talked about during the breakdown. We manipulate previous day high and we reacted, and now we just probably gonna create a retracement to go higher. I think YM might be the most interested one. The most interesting. And guys, if you okay, I have two things to say. If the stream stopped, it might because of they're doing something at the apartment. I don't know, something might happen and cut the stream, because sometimes that we have some issues when they're working, and then you might hear some noise. I don't think that's gonna be the case, since my mic is very noise canceling, but that might happen because ap travay avec gros esclavatrice, tout kay ap tremble, tout te ap tremble, so you never know. And you came back to this imbalance, bro. So the first 15 minutes of the hour, the last 15 minutes of the hour is about to close. I don't really see these as targets. I might be wrong. Can I consider these as targets? Not really. They're not very close either technically, or even if I'm using points. That's almost 8 points. That's a lot, bro. And they're not very close. So I see price holding this accumulation and then keep going higher, bro. Well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You already know, like, that's not a problem for me. It's literally not a problem. That's the last 15 minutes. We just started it. YM just keep moving higher. I don't even know if YM would give like the retracement. It's the strongest one. Since NQ has already created, has already retraced from the imbalance. If we can create, we already created a IC candle, but I'm waiting for it's 5 minutes. So we want to see price hold this imbalance to keep going higher. But this manipulation is basically what, not manipulation, because it's not a pin bar, because we have rejection both sides. All right, we have rejection both sides, so can't really say that's the manipulation, but I would prefer to wait for like the new hourly candle. Okay, wait for 10 to see how the hourly candle will be closed, the H4 will be closed, and then potentially take an opportunity. Yes, and ES looks better than NQ. Trade ES. I don't check the chat. How you doing, guys? I don't see any reaction. I don't see any questions. Am I not paying attention enough? But I'm very focused on what the market is doing right now. That should be the opportunity, bro. I'm waiting for this M5 candle, bro. We are in the last 15 minutes. It's 9:47. Yeah. I see continuation to go higher. If I take any entry, my stop will be below this low, because I want to see price hold this imbalance. And the lower has been set already, so I don't want to see price coming back lower than that. And set. Okay. Well, it's not the best ever. It's not the best ever, but I don't see them as targets. I don't see them as targets. I might be wrong again, but I don't see them as targets. So now all I want to see is a push to the upside. I mean, if at 10 can open, create another, like a small retracement, it doesn't have to be a big retracement, and then to move higher. Okay, It's 9:49. 11 more minutes. I think this 5 candles might give us another might give us already what's gonna happen. Be patient. We are 86 on YouTube. Yeah. How much? What's the distance? That's a lot actually. So the low has been set where I want it. As soon as they react from my buy or sell area, I'm very confident in. Yep. Should be good to go higher now. Should be good to go higher now. It's almost 10. Yep. Should be good to go higher now. And again, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so I think you already know. Just to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor, just somebody, all right? Just somebody. Should be good to go higher now and wait for potentially 10, the retracement, or we can just move to the upside and then attack these targets we have right there. That's what I've been waiting for since tomorrow and since yesterday. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's nothing bad with that, bro. This is the 5 minutes, right? Yeah, so now we just create a mitigation in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, that's gonna be a mitigation. And if we're gonna keep going higher, you want to see price and respect that mitigation. Basically, the fact that we react from this imbalance and then we break, we will consider it as mitigation and then potential retrace to go higher. So yeah, so I see higher pricing as of right now. So the low has been set. You don't want to see price comes here. Worst scenario is to see price. That's not what I want to see. Worst scenario is to see price come back and manipulate this low. That's the first 30 minutes low. That's the worst scenario. And if price come back here, so just close my stream. It's just not the week. It's just not gonna be the week. Just let it go. You know. And as target on, all right, yes, keep going higher. Keep going higher. Nothing like retracement. As as of right now, that's what I have as target. The high of January 19 is current target, and let's see how price will. Let's see how price will behave in the new hourly. The new hourly candle will be open in 5 minutes, basically. So you don't want to see a manipulation here. So I don't want to see something like this. If we break this low and we drop and we break this low, that's an invalidation and the market is not going bullish. All right. Why I want to see price going higher? Remember, we need two things: low set and targets. All right. I have this upside target right here since Monday, and also I have evidence to say this low has been set. That's the previous daily low, and then that's the imbalance we have on the higher time frame right here. That's the H4, and both combined represent what I call the potential area, the potential buy area, right? And then we can filter them to 15 minutes. I did that when I was doing my breakdown, but I didn't do it on your breakdown, so I just leave it on H4. But we can see inside of this buy area, we had this gap, we had also these gaps, but already inverted it, and we had this gap. So I could filter it to M15. That's what I call the fractalization of imbalance. Okay, so inside of the imbalance H4, we will come back. So, well, we inverted that one, we just didn't come to that one. So, and that's what I call the potential buy area, potential sell area. And then that's where I expect price to set the low. So now price set the low and I have targets. So all I want to see is price to going higher. So now I waited a little bit to see what happened in these areas after this manipulation. I mean, this retracement at this candle, that is nice candle, and the IC candle has created already. I don't know if we touch it or not, but stay patient a little bit, and then not really, but it's enough. All right. So now if price don't go to the upside and take the high of January 19, well, that's just gonna be another day at the office, man. Nothing I can do about it. So and that's what we talked in the market breakdowns. For those who watch the market breakdowns before the opening of the session, you had them right. So that's the previous day high. Just put an alert here, and that's the high of January 19, which is going to be that's what I have as targets on my chart. Okay, and yep. So now when the market arrives at this gap, if the market touches, because yesterday we thought the market will just move to the upside and take the target, but we didn't. The market didn't do that, just kept going higher. So no retracement. YM keep going higher. Yes, keep going higher. So looks good, man. It's good. Oh, why? So we already got some TP in the chat. That's crazy, bro. We already have some TP in the chat, so. Not me du feu pour. What's the name? I don't see the name again. Let me check. What's your name? Sphere. Train Sphere community. Congratulations, bro. So now that's the new hourly candle, and so just want to see continuation. Well, I don't want to see price inverted these two imbalance. I mean, that's not an imbalance yet, but if we have an imbalance right here, you don't want to see price inverted all of them. So so you have these two imbalance. You don't want to see price invert these two imbalance. Okay, you want to see price drop down, react from one of them, keep going higher. If the market will retrace, we want to see price comes down and retrace to one of them and then keep going higher. You don't want to see price inverted like 1, 2, 3 imbalances. Yes, we have this IC candle right here, but because we have these two imbalances right here, I don't want to see price invert all of them. If we invert that one, I mean, if we have one an imbalance right here, we might inverted it, but you don't want to see price invert that one. So just, it's gonna be a potential re-entry right here if you're already in a trade. If you're not, that might be your first entry, but you gotta wait for a little bit of retracement and to go higher. So now let's see if we can just keep going higher. Like I said, worst scenario is to see price potentially. When I say worst scenario, that doesn't mean it's not gonna provide opportunity, but that's the worst I want to see. Like, okay, that's the worst I want to see. Like, price might retrace and take this low and going higher after that, but this low right here, I don't want to see price not even come close to it. I don't want to see price comes close to it, because that's the low I consider that's been set. Okay, well, it's not the prettiest one, like I said, it's not the most beautiful low in the world that's been said, but it's not a target either. I don't see it as a target personally. I don't see it as a target, so that's why I don't want to see price I don't see it as a target. I see price keep going higher. If price will retrace, we might retrace to potentially an imbalance either on M15, 1 hour, That's it's huge actually. Okay, and we create some inversion right here. All right, H1 inversion, and remember, I don't take entry in inversion in higher time frame, only on lower time frame. But basically, the fact that we inverted this imbalance with conviction, bro, I don't know, man. I don't. This is the thing, bro. Sometimes you see things and you can't explain them, or sometimes you see things you might be able to explain them, but you're gonna be wrong, or the market might reverse, or the market might do something. It is what it is. But I don't see this market as bearish, bro. All right, I don't see any type of bearishness. Let me just pay attention to take a look at the other indices. So ES right now reacting from the 50% of the previous monthly range. YM keep going higher, and that's all I want to see, bro. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see big retracement right now. I might leave you a little, for a few minutes to grab some coffee. Tony Duke dit te prend 3 entrées dans 5 minutes. Ou te trade 3 contrats. Ou 3 entrées comment? Or 3 entries différents. I don't get it, but you're fine. Mon yo ba la jodi ah. C'est moi chat la vide. I don't know. If you're just watching me and not saying anything. Or I don't know why it's so I don't know, it's so strange. If Dow Jones make a retracement, I'll take a buy. What do you think? Just wait, bro. Yes, Dow Jones might create the retracement. Is the strongest one. Well, they are all strong right now. They are all strong. Of course, that's the new hourly candle. And the first 5 minutes, that's how I read the hourly candle. The first 5 minutes, we can see we don't really have a candle that gives confirmation or like conviction, upside conviction. We have a bearish rejection. So basically the first 5 minutes doesn't show strength yet. So now I will probably wait. If I was you, to see if we can have a retracement, whether in this imbalance or that imbalance, and create a nice up move with conviction, and then potentially break this high, because as soon as we break it, the market tells you, all right, that's not gonna be the hourly high, and then after that the market might just keep going higher. Okay, that's the only thing I use, guys. Targets, imbalances, I mean highs, lows, imbalances, and the opens, daily open, hourly open, to read the price, to read price action. Yes, I mean ES reacted from the 50% of the previous monthly range, but in which way this information will help me today? That's the question I ask myself. Do I want it to sell? Not really. Well, we know that the market might create a reaction from these areas. Okay, don't get me wrong, the market will always having some sort of reaction in these areas, but as of right now, I'm not gonna say, all right, we are at the 50% of the previous monthly range, I'm gonna short. I can do this because the daily context is not bearish. The daily context is not bearish, the daily context is bullish. So now, I don't know if you get that. So yes, it's an important information, but in which way this information will help me with the daily context, that's what matters, right? So now we are having the new hourly candle. The first 30 minutes, I want to see reaction. The first 30 to 35 minutes, I want to see reaction and to go higher, because like I said, I don't want to see price invert 1, 2, 3. If price can invert all of this, if price can create the inversion from all of these imbalances, price is not bullish. That's not what you want. You want to see price respect one of these imbalances, create a nice reaction, set the low of the hour, and then just keep moving to the upside, bro. That's what I want to see, basically. Again, like I told you, I might be wrong. Well, this is something I see happens every year. Okay, during a certain period of time, the market will not provide a lot of opportunities. Basically, people gonna change strategy. You know, that happened last year around February, March. The market just open and drop, open and drop, open and drop. Well, we all know the human nature. Like, we're gonna be impatient, and why the market just open and drop, I have to find another strategy that will help me to basically find opportunity in this condition, in this environment, instead of just wait for the market to create the environment that matches your strategy. We just change strategy, right? And when I see the last price action, price action from yesterday, Monday and Friday, I'm like, this is familiar, you know. Just open and drop, or just open and move to the upside. Sometimes that happen too, but I'm not gonna change my strategy. That's the thing. Okay, I mean, we've seen the results from people in the community, and we've seen the results in everything. So why changing it? It doesn't matter the strategy you are using. Sometimes you're not gonna find the opportunity as you want it. Right, the market just gonna be like muddy. The market just gonna be muddy and not giving you nice entry, or not giving you nice reaction or nice manipulation. Okay, like I explained, when you have febrile là, when you have souke tout ka la, ça. The entire house is shaking right now, guys. Spicer, I get that, but the fact that ou dit que vous voulez market la manipulate first 30 minutes slow là, that's like I said, that's potentially the when I say worst scenario, ça veut dire pas une opportunité, but c'est dernier bar même time work fit. Pour qui ça? Because expansion ça qui est en fait là, this expansion, bro, it's very strong, as you can see, and it creates so much inefficiencies. And now you have to see price reacted from these inefficiencies and keep going higher, right? We have 1, we have 2, we have 3 imbalances. We can also consider these as mitigation, even though we don't have a manipulation, but we have a reaction from a concept. So we basically have these two candles we can consider as potential mitigation, basically. Well, yes, that's a low that can be manipulated, but you don't want to see price comes that low, because the market has to create has to make a huge effort to come to these lows, and the market will have to invert this imbalance on M5. This is mitigation. We consider these two icy candles or one icy candle. And also, if we go to the higher time frame, basically you're gonna have an imbalance on H1. Okay, well, on M15 minutes you're gonna have an imbalance, and on H1 you're gonna have potential imbalance. So the market will have to come very close to the low hand of this huge imbalance to manipulate this low. And if the market create a downside candle and close in this area, the market is definitely not bullish anymore. All right, so now you see, so now price just reacting from this imbalance, and then the fact that we cross this these highs of these candles the first 5 minutes, that tells me the market want to go bullish, bro. That's what the market tells me. Now all I want to see is a continuation to go higher. That's why I say sometimes it's not like you study something and then you're just gonna like, all right, I study something and I'm just gonna say it the way I study it, all right, like we used to study in Haiti. It's context, you know, context matters. Of course, some days we might have low set and we have an expansion. I will tell you, I want to see price reacted and manipulate the pre-market low or the first 30 minutes low, and I will tell you the reason why. Probably we don't have a nice expansion. Probably the market keep create only one imbalance, or the market can't create imbalance at all. I might say, okay, I'm waiting for retracement at the pre-market low or the first 30 minutes low to go higher. All right, but in some cases, as today, I don't want to see price come that low. I don't want to see price come to that low today. And like I said, that's not a target for me. We are the divergence here, but I can't say that's a target. That's not a target. They are not close enough, in my opinion. That's 8 points. The difference is it's huge. I don't see this as target. So I don't consider myself like, I don't consider trading against these targets. They are not targets, my personal opinion. Okay. So now, and again, I might be wrong. that's the word, that's the sentence I keep saying every single day. Even though if I'm wrong or right, even if I was wrong or I was right the day before, the next day I always say today is a new day. Let's forget everything that happened yesterday. And today I might be wrong, I might be right. I'm not gonna be wrong today because yesterday I was right, I was wrong. I'm not gonna be right today because yesterday I was right. Like I said, trading is not a wrong or right game. It's not a wrong or right game. It's just a mental game. It's just a mental game. You know, being able to repeat your strategy the way it is no matter what. Okay, no matter what. Last year, okay, no matter what happened, I keep telling you guys I want to go bullish or I want to go bearish, and you saw them. All right, so that's what you need. That's what you need. Being able to execute your strategy the way you plan it without thinking. So YM keep going higher basically, and ES also keep going higher, but ES right now is at the 50% of the previous monthly range, which might create some reaction. All right, but like I said, this information is not, this information doesn't match the daily context. What I want to do for the day doesn't match the daily context. Well, I know it might create a reaction, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna look for short right here. All right, so just patience, wait to see what price will create will do for the rest of the day. And yeah, that's it. We have this imbalance H4, but we inverted that one too, and we come close to this H4. We have this huge gap, and I see price coming back to this gap. Just don't know when, but I see price coming back to this gap. So yeah, I'm not gonna, like I told you, I'm not gonna stay too long today. Okay, just gonna wait for a few minutes and I was gonna wait for a few more minutes and then leave. All right, the screen is freezing. That's not, let me check. No, that's not me, bro. No, that's not me, bro. Everything looks fine. Que ou pas, ou c'est seule communauté haïtienne qui baille bon résultat. I really appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Hey, because I know what I'm doing. But I really appreciate it, bro. Okay. So, oh, ça me fait bailler ça long comme ça. C'est le coach qui baille profit même pas de long. Yeah, and this is the thing. Yesterday, the price action we had, I expected that, right? But I still go on social media and telling you guys, okay, I was wrong, because I told you I expected price to keep dropping, to keep going higher before taking this liquidity, but the market just stopped right there. So I was not completely wrong. If you watch the stream, I was not completely wrong, all right? But the fact that I was wrong on timing, I can say, so I still go on social media and tell everybody, oh guys, I was wrong, you know? That's what's gonna make you a better trader or a better person, you know? You know you're wrong just say you're wrong. There's nothing bad with that. You know, there's no ego. It's not an ego game. It's not, I'm not bana kusa person, you know. Bana kusa person, like sak passe mong sak game. I already know some days I'm gonna be right, some days I'm gonna be wrong. But yeah, yesterday some of you made profits from what I said, but the entire day did not respect what we expected. So that's why I went on social media and say, all right guys, I was wrong. But indeed, what happened, we expected that. We had downside objective, and I talked about potential redistribution. I say all of these things, and we talked about this area. I guess, let me check. We had another low right there, if I'm not wrong. No, not one. Not that was this one. Oh, in one of the asset we had a low. Yes, voila. On ES we had these areas too we talked about, and I said, oh, all right guys, if you watch the stream on I've made on Sunday, I told you if the market can't react from this low, I guess, no, that was this low. I said if the market can't react from this low, I see price here, because that's a target. That's a target and a low of the day at the same time. So basically, I don't see price not coming here as soon as we break this low. But here's the thing: the market never gives me a daily context to short. That's the thing. Okay, it's not like I'm trying to trade against the trend, or I'm trying to trade against the market. I have to follow what my daily context says, no matter what. Okay. Kit nan guerre, kit ba nan guerre, kit ba konen tremblement de terre, tsunami, la terre prend di feu, whatever it takes. So whatever happens, I have to follow the daily context. Yesterday, the daily context did not tell me to sell. All right. So s'il pa di me sell, m'pa sell. Okay. Even though we expected to see price a little bit lower, but daily context pa di me sell. So yeah, it's, I mean, I back tested. When I say back tested, I look at my trading. I mean, I look at my stream yesterday, and I will watch it like for 1 hour and a half. I will watch it and take notes from what I said, take notes from everything, and then move on, man. Move on. That's the thing. That's the thing in trading. You gotta move on, bro. You can't like keep thinking about what happened in the past. You can't change the past. It's already happened. Nothing you can do about it. So basically, yeah, we reacted from this imbalance on M5. So that's the new hourly candle. And pourquoi gon bougie ki nice là, no? Yeah, yes, that's a nice break, but this rejection is not, doesn't look nice at all. This one, yes, but you should see a big candle in the next one. All right, so if we have a big candle, let's say we have a big engulfing, if you had an entry, you can just put your stop at this low, because it's like the market does that. Okay, yes, it's not a big retracement, but it's still a retracement. So if you have an entry anywhere here, I will put my stop there, because you don't want to see price come to this low again. That's why I say you have to see a big push. All right, because the market will create an imbalance on 1 hour. If we stay in this area, the next candle, the 11 to 12 candle, might drop lower first to the imbalance before we move higher. So you can't go break even, or you can't move your stop yet. If we stay in this area, I want to see a big push. If we have a big push, the next hourly candle probably will take our target before create a retracement. Probably. like I said, probably. All right. So just have to wait. And if your entry is anywhere here and your stop below the hourly open, you can't go break even yet. Okay. Because that's your first expansion. You're probably gonna have to wait for price to do something like this. And hopefully the next hourly candle just retrace inside of the current hourly candle to keep going higher and not coming back to the hourly imbalance, because I know for sure we're gonna have an imbalance right here. It's 10:30, 30 more minutes, but we can see the space, this huge space. All right, this huge imbalance right there. So just waiting. Just waiting. Big push so far. Pas rien pour justifier rien, bro, pendant concours. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Pas non justifier rien, pas qu'on justifie rien, but you know, people watching you and they have to, you have to be sincere with them and showing them sometimes you're gonna be wrong, or sometimes you're gonna have the timing wrong, sometimes you're gonna have the price action wrong, or sometimes the comprehension you had on price action was completely wrong, you know. And you have to drop your ego to do that. It's not easy, bro. I worked a lot to do that because I was the type of guy that doesn't like losing or doesn't like being wrong. But hey, being wrong is a part of life, bro. We've made like 1,000 mistakes in our life. So yeah. Est-ce que c'est moi qui rentre dans bon moment? Est-ce qu'il faut que moi tenir l'autre retracement pour que je n'entry? Well, I talked about the hourly open as potential re-entry. Like I told you, wait for Zami. Pourquoi ça m'a mis les links à long comme ça? So like I told you, you might probably wait for retracement. Okay, take out no retracement. Now you name balance arrow, and again, did Zimbabwe price inverted arrow. And paying attention, guys, you know, if you want to go higher, remember, ou get qu'on a besoin aller higher. Ça veut dire, c'est pas hourly candle ça quoi qui sauve l'effet. Ou get qu'on a voulu aller higher, okay? So, même si nous était en low journée en 7 pour nous connaître que nous bullish, and then you ka late pendant journée and then ou était en hourly open pour réentrer. Ça veut dire qui ça? Ça veut dire que, ouais, ou gen hourly open but just prêtez attention. Ou pas just an hourly open non courir buy. Alright? The best entry will be below. But les par exemple, nous gen premier bougie en 5 premières minutes qui censé pas aller dans sens où, it's better to wait. It's better to just wait and potentially rete on market là trade dans high ça pour confirmer que ça pas hourly high là. Ça va un reversal. And then we go nice reaction non concept, and then that can be easily an entry, you know. And then your low right here, and then your target anywhere like ça get un pour 71, high 19 janvier get by 2.32 just by using the hourly open, okay. And even if for example t'es entré whatever côté, okay, on dit côté t'es patient, ou était en imbalance à fin formé, ou était en réaction, it's fine, ou était en 945 pour entry, and then whatever côté stop loss souillé, that's 108 points, and then ou ka utiliser ça comme re-entry, ou ka utiliser pour placer à break even, because ou pas vle price retourner dans l'eau ça, but at the same time ou besoin hourly candle ça bon big push up. Why? Because mouvement ça fait là créer un gros imbalance. Okay, so now ouvre the next hourly candle, which means the 11 to 12, take your target first before create any retracement. That's why when you see hourly candle ça va mon big push, next hourly candle c'est sûr certain que pas c'est sûr certain mais grand plus chance avant pour le faire reversal market la en quelque sorte prend target moyen first. Because là, on go imbalance qui va le créer là et que market là va retourner là. Alright? So yeah. And then now we're moving to the upside. So that's basically what we talked about in the breakdowns. That's what we wanted to see. That's what's happening. And all I can say is trust your strategy, man. Okay, trust your strategy. Don't like trading one strategy on Monday and Tuesday you trade another one, Wednesday you trade another one, Thursday you trade another one. Nah. Wake up every single day with the same. I wake up every single day with the same strategy. Nothing has changed and nothing will be changed. Okay. I'm looking for potential manipulation. I'm looking for targets. Read the daily context to know if I want to go bullish or bearish. It happens. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm right. I'm right. You know. So that's basically it, right? It's already 10:35 and t'es une barbe en pile jeudi, hein. All right, so YM continue monter and YM ni même just I don't know, man. YM get up even on previous daily high là. And yes pal pour target nous te gain nous te mette en là tout. Okay. And it's the same thing on ES. I forgot to say that. It's the same thing on ES. That's the hourly open, right? That's the hourly open right there. And then the market retrace. Okay. The first 5 minutes, pas montrer que le voulait aller dans direction là, right? And then boom, you have these imbalance that create a reaction. And automatiquement que you trace so that high, ça market là confirme que ça va high off the hour. So we're probably gonna keep going higher. And si ça va nice, ça nice pour aller higher. So here we go. So we took previous day high on NQ. That should be a partial, a target, or break even, or whatever. And then keep watching price if we can keep going higher. Si m'pas rentrer dans daily open, n'a pas rentrer encore. Well, that's your perspective, bro. Well, there is not. I can't say anything about that, bro. Maybe you think it's better for you to just take the, I don't know, bro. Do whatever works for you. I'm not gonna tell you it's wrong or it's bad or it's not good. I don't know, bro. It's if you say you can't take it right here, if you miss it and you're not gonna try to do anything else, and be my guest, bro. I'm not gonna tell you what to do if it's your trading career anyways. All right, so we take these targets, guys. I mean, previous day high, not really targets. The targets is the high of January 19. Comme ça là, TP8. Toute la view sur channel là, pas effacer yo. 600 for the days. That's good. That's good, guys. Oh, fuck, when I sector daily open now. All right, buddy. Philistine Jerison. So guys, that was it for today. It was a pleasure to be here with you, and see you tomorrow 9:30 for another New York Stock Exchange. And I put an alert right here, and as soon as we touch it, if we touch it, because sometimes the market gonna do whatever it wants to do, and I will just send it to the channel. Remember to subscribe to my French channel and my WhatsApp and channel and my Instagram channel. Well, I'm very present now on the Instagram thing. Okay, I post what I eat. I post my I'm gonna share some workout videos, but not right now. Okay, so I'm very active, very present. Oh my god, sorry. Moun qui m'a dit maestro si appelle ça pas enregistré. Bon. Ok, m'a mettre dans Discord là. M'ko dans Discord là, so m'a mettre dans Discord là. So, see you tomorrow. Bye everybody. It was a pleasure. And moun qui fait l'argent yo, moun qui fait TP yo. And I really appreciate that. M'kontent pour nous. Et n'a continuer sous même lancé ya. Demain même le ya. Ciao. That's not what I want to do. It's crazy. That's not what I want to do.